How's it going, YouTube? Dallas Boy here, back with some Showdown battles. I've got a little best of 3 series with my buddy IronFlashGaming. It was pretty much last weekend when I brought up this thing that I wanted to have a best of 3 match with Zazo, or IronFlashGaming, whatever you wish to call him. And he ended up agreeing, and we had the series. This was the first game of the series. The team that I'm using here is a team I think I made with a little bit of help with a few friends. And this team looks like it's some sand offense with the Zard Y, just looking at the team matchups. Zard Y is actually a very big threat to my team, so I'm just gonna have to watch out for that and make sure that Mega Metagross is kept alive. So, without further ado, let's get this first game underway. So, starting off, I'm going to be leading off with my Greninja. He's going to lead off his Zard right off the bat. And I'm just going to switch into Lando here, thinking that this, or kind of sort of anticipating, or just in case if this is really Zard X, but this is definitely Zard Y. Goes for the Solar Beam there, and just going to quickly switch into my Garchomp to sponge the Fire Blast, and hopefully get off a Rock Slide on this thing. Since I am pretty much a Scarf Jump, I'm just going to blindly click Rock Slide and hit the Toxapex on the switch in, and then switch out into my Tapu Lele as he sets up a layer of Toxic Spikes. So, Toxic Spikes are going to be kind of annoying, and yeah. Well, actually, they're not going to be that annoying, just to my Garchomp and Greninja, really. And I'm just going to fire off the Side Shock and completely eliminate the Toxapex from the playing field. And he brings out Zard Y afterwards, and he misses Fire Blast, and this is very, very important. Since Zard Y was a really big threat to my team. And I guess on the previous turn, I didn't show that I was Scarf or Specs or anything, and I'm actually Twisted Spoon Tapu Lele, the Stall Breaker kind, so I guess that's why he stayed in with Toxapex. But there he misses a Fire Blast with Zard Y, and this is actually very important since look at my team, look at Zard Y, and yeah, but he will get a little bit of payback later on, as you'll see. And I'm just going to fire off Side Shock and eliminate the biggest threat to my team. And now out comes his own Tapu Lele. And he hits me with a Moonblast, and I fire off one in response. And checking out the damage, I still don't know whether he is Specs or Scarf. So, I think pretty much my play is switching out just in case if he is Scarf. And looking at things, it's looking like he's Scarfed. And however, it actually turns out that he's not Scarf, and he just ended up winning a speed tie there. But safe switch into Metagross is safe, just in case. Oh wait, just looking at that damage, it's kind of looking like he Specs Tapu Lele. But anyways, I did get an attack boost off the Meteor Mash there, which makes Mega Metagross pretty darn threatening right now. And he's just going to be sending out Tyranitar right here to get up the sand. Goes out into Tangrowth. I do not even care. I'm just going to Meteor Mash away, and look at how much that does to Tangrowth. There's a good reason why this mon is getting suspected. So now I'm up 6-2, but it's still not over. I've got an X control problem on my hands right now. So I'm just going to switch out and go into my Landers here. Goes for the Iron Head, good play on his part. And looking at that Life Orb damage, I need to find a way how to whittle this thing down. But pretty much my win con is looking like Scarf Garchomp right here. But this Excadrill is still looking a little healthy, and yeah. But I kind of make a bit of a reckless play here and sack my Landers here. I could have switched out to sacrifice my Tapu Lele, since look at Tapu Lele, look at his mons. I don't see it doing too much for the rest of this game. But now I send out Tapu Lele as it will be going down to an earthquake. And there the sandstorm subsides, and I'm just gonna fire off a low kick, seeing that this Tyranitar is gonna come straight out. Turns out that he has the Chopple Berry, but doesn't really matter, as Greninja's just gonna low kick there. And out comes Excadrill once again. And now I'm gonna be setting up my Pheromosa as a little bit of bait. Here's the reason why. I ran a calc, and Earthquake does not kill my Pheromosa from this range. Iron Head, however, does. And if he has calced this himself, his best play is going for Iron Head. So my play is actually switching out in a Garchomp and having that thing take Rocky Helmet, Rough Skin damage, as well as Life Orb damage, pretty much ensuring me the victory. So that's pretty much why I sent in Pheromosa. Bait the Iron Head, and then have Garchomp faint to the Iron Head damage, and then Excadrill goes down to another round of Life Orb after the Rough Skin damage and Life Orb recoil. But he makes a smart play, goes into Chomp, and as I go into Chomp, he goes to the Earthquake, and I go down from there. So I'm gonna have to try to pull this off again, and he ends up going for the Earthquake, and I end up taking the 2-0 victory after nailing the Excadrill with an all-out pummeling. So that's game 1. And I think this is game 2 coming up right here. Yep. So game 2, I pretty much ended up bringing Stall with a Weavile over a Dugtrio. And before this, I pretty much joked with Maddie Brolick that I wanted to bring Stall against Zazo just for some kicks. And yeah, but it turns out that he brought a pretty offensive team. Your Pheromosa is going to be deadly if I don't keep Toxapex around long enough. Bronzong looks like it's rocks. Lando looks like it's Z move, either Supersonic Sky Strike or what's the other thing? Continental Crush. So I'm gonna have to watch out for that Landorus here. And yeah, make sure that thing's at bay, and I should be fine. So here's game 2 for you. Starting off, I'm going to be leading off with Mega Sableye. He leads off with Tapu Fini, and I do not want to risk a Moonblast here, so I switch to my Toxapex. I'm not going to get into the origin of that nickname, but yeah. But here I'm expecting a taunt, and I'm just going to flat-click Scald on the Tapu Fini, and out comes Bronzong now, and I pull a double into my Skarmory, and then double out again into my Weavile, and here he pretty much goes out into Zardex, and now I go out into my Toxapex, and to sponge this Flare Blitz. And, okay, I know I have leftovers here. I put Black Sludge on this thing afterwards. It doesn't make a difference, people. So if you want to judge me for that, forget you guys. But here I'm going to go into my Mega Sableye and get off a recover after he goes for Nature's Madness. And then I'm going to be switching on to my Toxapex again. It's looking like a long list of rinse, repeat, whatever. Out comes Zardex as I end up doubling into my Chansey. And get some Regenerator off with Toxapex again as he goes for DD. He Dragon Claws me here this time as I reveal the Haze. And yeah, pretty much Toxapex is looking like what's gonna make this game it for me. So now he goes out in Landorus, and I'm going to be switching out my Skarmory as he sets up his Swords Dance. And here he reveals his Z move to be Continental Crush. I tanked that. I would have tanked it with Sturdy. And I'm just going to go for the Roost, knowing that he was going to go for that Z move. And there I make a questionable play going for the Whirlwind there. I should have roosted up. Because Skarmory is still very detrimental to this game with Landorus being there and whatnot. And unfortunately for me, the Whirlwind play just completely botches itself in it since I Whirlwind him into Tapu Fini. Bronzong would have been great as I would have roosted up, but yeah, Whirlwinding was just a horrible play, just very low, very high risk, very low reward with everything that's there, and I should have just roosted, stalled out Stone Edges, kept the Landorus at bay, but yeah, I just lose one of my better answers to Lando here, thanks to my Reckless Abandon. And now comes Chansey. I'm just going to flat click Seismic Toss against this thing, expecting some taunts and whatnot. And yeah, just not even gonna care about the whatchamacallit, taunt. And now comes my Mega Sableye, pretty much my only other answer. And here I end up missing a Will-O-Wisp, which is payback for what happened last game. I lose my best. Yeah, it's looking like I'm gonna lose this game. But here I'm just going to click Icicle Crash as he sends in Pheromosa, which gives him a free switch into Bronzong. I go out into Chansey as he sets up rocks. He's free to do that because my Mega Sableye is gone. And I'm just going to set up rocks myself and just try to soft boil up with Chansey. And this is just looking like a lost cause. I'm just going to try to get out some extra damage with Chansey to get a free switch into Weavile. And here I should have calced Pursuit damage in case he didn't switch. From there, I just knock off and take out the Bronzong, but there I probably could have clicked Pursuit in hindsight. If I click Pursuit, Landorus is gone, which means it would be helping out Toxapex and Clefable a little bit more. But getting rid of Bronzong still kind of helpful for Weavile in the long run. But then again, this is a choice-banded Weavile. But yeah, I still think the better play would have been clicking Pursuit against whatchamacallit, the Landorus, and that would have given me a little bit of an easier time. But now he sends out his Alolan Muck, and I'm just going to spam knockoff at this point, because I still see this as a threat. He pursues me, gets the Poison Touch on me, which pretty much means Weavile is basically kind of sort of dead. Well, yeah, especially after that Poison Jab. But I can send in my Clefable, click Moonblast against this thing, thanks to the chip damage on the Muck that my Weavile got. And now out comes Tapu Fini. He's just going to taunt, and I'm just going to fire off a Moonblast on this thing, and that actually does a reasonable chunk. So it's looking like I can probably pull this back with Clefable, but it's still looking very, very dicey. But now he switches out Tapu Fini, goes out Nazard. I'm just going to click Moonblast again. Does a very good amount, which is surprising. But I don't have very many means of touching this Charizard with my Clefable. Toxapex is pretty much better in this situation. I'm just going to click Scald and try to get some chip on this thing. Yeah, not really working out. Gonna go back to Clefable here to Sponge Nature's Madness. I probably could have just tried to burn this thing, maybe, but he's just gonna click Moonblock, or he's just gonna click Taunt against my Clefable in case I want to wish up or anything, and send out Landorus, which will be taking me out with an Earthquake. And this is why pursuing with Weavile was important. I would have taken out this Landorus here, and I would have had myself in a better position than when I had if I had Bronzong in. But he's just going to claim the 1-0 victory here, and just take my Toxapex out with the Dragon Claw. So that pretty much sends it to a game 3. And this is the matchup here. This team was, I think I might have made this team, or no, wait, I'm on the other side this time. This team was passed to me by my friend BASR. It's a pretty balanced team, and this is looking like he has team matchup here with the Pheromosa and whatnot. I'm gonna have to play very carefully around that. So, pretty much this is the tiebreaker, and this will decide the whole series. And let's get game 3 underway. So starting off, he's going to be leading off with his Mamoswine. I lead off with Ferrothorn, and I'm just going to try to get up a layer of spikes here. It does not look like he has any hazard control on his side of the field. And I'm just going to go into Mantine, because I can actually do stuff against this Scizor with Mantine, as Ferrothorn is just set up bait. He's going to go into Kyurem Black, and I'm just going to fire off a Skull trying to get it burn on something. Doesn't work, and I have to pick a sack here. Ferrothorn is apparently it, and he ends up getting a crit with Nice Beam, which is very unfortunate. Since I kind of need Ferrothorn this game for this Mamoswine in a sense. Hopefully he doesn't have the HP Fire. And I'm just going to get up another layer of spikes here with Ferrothorn. And I got to play around this thing a little bit. It turns out that the Greninja is Protean. And he ends up missing a Gunk Shot there, which also kind of stinks. I go for the Roost there, kind of scouting for damage and whatnot. And here I just try to make him think by leaving my Ferrothorn in, but no, he's not into those switching games. So I'm just going to go into my Nihilego, which is a Scarf Nihilego, and got up a Power Gem there. Does a nice 31%, and Bullet Punch is coming, so I just go into Mantine as he actually U-turns, and out comes Kyurem Black again, so pick a fodder, any fodder. And who's my fodder this time? It's actually Zygarde. And he's just gonna Fusion Bolt me, and then I'm just gonna switch out into Tapu Lele for some weird reason as he gets off a Nice Beam. Nails himself with some more, whatchamacallit, Life Orb damage, and take out my Tapu Lele. And now comes Nihilego. He can't switch into spikes anymore, so here I'm just going to get off a Power Gem as my move that I decide to lock myself into, which would probably force him his Mamoswine. And thanks to the Psychic Terrain, I can actually just pull off some shenanigans with Nihilego. And he sends out his own Scarf Nihilego here, but the damage I'm getting off on him is a little bit more, and I think he actually wins both speed ties there, which is definitely kind of unfortunate. So now he's pretty much established Nihilego as a threat. He's going to be switching on to Scizor as the second terrain goes down. He goes for the Bullet Punch there, and I just set my Heatran and get off the Magma Storm here. And now out comes Pheromosa. Look at my team. Look at Pheromosa. it's looking like a slaughterhouse. So, pretty much my stack of choice here is Heatran, just in case he wants to pull off some shenanigans with Pheromosa. If he wants a Quiver Dance, I can hit him up with a Magma Storm. If he decides to high jump kick, I'm Scarfing Heligo. And then it would be a series of 50-50s. But I got the prediction right, but
what you say? That you only meant well, cause you did. What you say? That it's all for the best, cause it is. What you say? That it's just what we need. You decided this. What you say? What did she say?
yeah, I missed my Magma Storm. And it's pretty much GG from there. Just, I mean, I can hope to get some damage off on this thing, but yeah, now with the speed boost, yeah, it was just over. But if I'd hit that Magma Storm, it would have been basically a series of 50-50s. If he wanted to go out in a Mamoswine, I just had Mantine to pressure that thing a little bit, depending if he had Freeze Dry. Spoiler, he did not have Freeze Dry. And then I think Mantine, with the removal of Pheromosa there, and if I had, and then just working around Greninja a little bit with Scarfing Heligo, I probably could have won that game if Magma Storm didn't miss. But them's the game. That's the game. Them's Mons, and that was actually a really fun series that I had with IronFlashGaming. Definitely gave me a new passion or something for this game. But hey, it's always fun to play your games with friends and whatnot. But yeah. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this series. Rate, comment, sub, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.